So I'm sure a lot of people that, aren't actively accumulating or prepping for the future, they definitely felt not great about yesterday when it comes to Shiba Inu. And people need to understand that these happen in the market, these big washouts, these retracements of 20 to 30%. They happen a lot more often than people think. And this is where a lot of people will mess up and make mistakes because we need to ask ourselves, what has changed from a couple days ago to now? And the answer is nothing. This is where there is huge opportunity in the market. And I want to talk about this with you guys. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Yeah, I will say from an outside perspective, if I was someone who, didn't chart, didn't know TA, hadn't been in the crypto market for a while, this candle would probably scare the hell out of me, right? This, for example, from the start of the daily candle all the way down to the bottom was a 25% retracement. And I will say that SHIB has had a very nice bounce back off of this. It's climbed about 12% since that time, and it's kind of a perfect setup for a recovery. We're seeing this throughout the space. And people need to realize that even as recently as November 12th, Shiba Inu has gone through very similar retracements. For example, over the course of a couple days there, 25% pullback. Over the course of a couple days here in, when was that? September, Shiba Inu did a 28% pullback. Even back here, all the way in July, Shiba Inu retraced 46%. Do these mean anything? No, they really don't. Because the big thing we keep looking at is fundamentals. What is happening from a technical standpoint? What is happening from a fundamental standpoint? And really the only thing that happened from a fundamental standpoint over the last 24 hours is we had a bunch of shorts liquidated. There was a little bit of whale selling. I think they sold like what was it, about 900 billion shib, which isn't an uncommon thing. And really what this was more recent holders, more short-term people. For example, you guys can see the average time of transacted coins yesterday, 2 months. So this is people that were accumulating on the way up, people that got freaked out by this drop. And guess what? SHIB has had a bounce back along with, pretty much everything else in the market. It's right on par with everything else. So nothing has frankly changed. And a lot of times what you need in the market is a buying event. All right. You need something to stimulate this push through resistance. So yesterday we talked about that 5 trillion SHIB resistance that we're facing. I will say that Shiba Inu was actually showing a lot of strength. It was pushing hard against it, kept tapping its head. We had just set a new, excuse me, a new high on this trend up, which was looking good. So did SHIB need to go through this drop? Maybe not. But at the same time, what this allowed was people to accumulate positions at 20 to 30% discounts from where they were at up here. Now, the crazy thing about this is FOMO tends to set in after this. Usually when we have these flash crashes, we have nice bounce backs following that. For example, I want to reference all the way back here to April for those that weren't around during that time. I can't remember if that was, I think we had something going on overseas at that point, but we saw two just horrendous days in terms of Shiba Inu. We saw this wick down was like 20%. We had a subsequent recovery. This wick down was like 25%. And then SHIB chopped for a few days before this nice throwback attempt to the top of our trend. Now, we were different fundamentally. We were different from a structure standpoint at that time. And that was frankly when we were getting into the summer cool down. So it's a very different time than here. And what I have to say is, why I'm asking, has anything changed? Do we still have this big adoption boom that's going to come? Yeah, this the adoption is much higher in the year following the halving than it is the year before the halving. All right. Do we still have this pro crypto embrace here in the US coming? Yeah, we do. Are the optics still high in the crypto market? Yeah, they are. So nothing has, and does SHIB still have this huge optics and huge availability on exchanges and huge whale support and all these things? Yeah, it does. None of that stuff has changed. And the problem is that price can be very deceiving for people. Me personally, I'm pissed that this happened because I was not prepared to put capital back into the market. I didn't have one of my accounts linked, so I missed out on the dip. I was watching this dip for SHIB and other assets as it was happening, and I would have loved to accumulate down in these prices because I watched it live. And then we had an almost immediate throwback. All right. So the thing is you have so many people taking advantage of opportunities, so many people defending price that the chance of price dropping, like down here out of structure is very unlikely. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. Who knows what retail decides to do today? Retail right now, if you guys can't tell, is what is part of this. Yes, we got in short liquidations, but they kind of compounded on top of it, which is what caused this flash crash to happen. And then luckily retail has been the one that's sparked things back up and started accumulating again. Now, that being said, institutional money bought heavy in a big way yesterday. I talked about that in my ADA video earlier today. They bought heavily on the BTC side, heavily on the ETH side. So they're showing you exactly what you need to see. They're not shaken out, or they didn't get shook out by this drop in the market. We've seen days of selling from institutional money. Yesterday was not one of them. They bought and bought and bought. And the thing is these pullbacks and retracements may be the exact thing that Shiba Inu needed to burst through this resistance that we're facing. And in fact, it may be the exact thing that sends us to a new cycle high and potentially a new all-time high. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. Show your support for the channel. Have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.